What up, man? What's going on? We about to get back into it. Babe gonna get into it. Babe, gonna take the floor.
He's always having me take the floor. No, I'm kidding. But we are talking money today.
Oh
Money,
yeah.
money.
We about to get into finances.
Yes. So let us tell you a little bit about us first. So we moved to Georgia last year in March, like
Yeah.
March 1st. And within that year, we both have gained a second stream of income. And we also bought our first home.
Off the rip.
Yes, so we're
Yeah.
super excited about that. But we wanted to give some pointers. He is 29, I am 24. We are turning 25 and 30 this year.
Yep, the big 3-0.
Yes, but we were able to buy our first home, and here are some tips, I guess,
Right.
tips and tricks on how to, budget well
Yeah.
and make sure you're having enough money to be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve.
Yeah, because that's where it all starts. So, all right, we'll start with when I left my hometown originally from Dayton, Ohio, and moved to Pittsburgh, PA. I had to realize what's the cost of living out there was higher than back home.
Dayton, Ohio's cost of living was so much lower than
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Like 425 was my rent.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, tell them what your rent was.
Yeah,
$425, and it wasn't like a piece of crap place. Like it was a nice place.
You need a quiet area,
Yeah.
like you can get something in the 400s, 500s, nice area at that time. This was 20. I
This
moved
was
in
4
20,
years ago.
Yeah, so I left in 2020 during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so moving out there, Lexi would always watch financial videos. That was your thing.
Yes,
Remember?
my first person that I would watch all the time was Dave Ramsey, and then
Yeah.
it kind of like it grew, and then I started reading. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad by
Mm-hmm.
Robert Kiyosaki, and I put him on that, and I was like, babe, you got to read this.
Yeah.
I was like super into budgeting, super into investing, and I hadn't even moved out of my mom's house yet at this point,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, okay, I am going from making this much to making double. So I'm going to just save that money because I've been living on this much. So
Mm-hmm.
I saved that money while I was living with her. And then we moved in together
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh. And our first apartment there was what, 1,070?
Yeah, 1,070.
And it
exactly.
included utilities except
Yeah.
for power. And it also included television,
Yeah.
cable. Yeah. So, man, those were the days.
Right down, we down here in Atlanta.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so it's like that's the dope thing about relationships working as a team. Like from dating, people are not like financial or have financial literacy. It's more like as soon as you get some money, you go blow it. You going to the mall, you gonna buy some material stuff, and that's cool. But we got street smarts like crazy. That's like a strong point. So moving to another place where it's like people may not have as much survival mode tactics, but they may understand more on finances. So it's like an exchange of information.
I'm gonna be honest, it's not where you live because
Mm-hmm.
it's people are like that everywhere. There's people
Yeah.
that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s who still don't have financial literacy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like having financial literacy is something that it's not relative to just like one location. It's
Yeah.
just some
If you
people
tap into it or not.
yeah.
Yeah.
So some people you don't learn it in school, so how do you know? You know what I
Right.
mean? You don't know until you go and do that research for yourself.
Like
Like
schools don't teach that.
yes, even the things that I know now, you know what I mean, as a 24-year-old, like there's a lot of people that are a lot older than me that have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and-
saying? So,
Yeah, and people don't. A lot of times, people just don't care. Like change and stuff like that. It's the same. It could be discipline when it comes to finances, working out, anything that's like out of your comfort zone. It's like I ain't trying to hear that.
it's the American dream. We have all been taught like this American dream that like, okay, boom, you go, you get money, you spend the money on a house and you live outside of your means and you don't
Yep.
even know that you're living outside of your means because you have all these credit cards that you got approved for. So you
Yep.
have all this money on the credit cards that you can use. It's like a rollover effect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody's just used to having a car payment, used to having to pay for everything.
Yeah. How often will we hear, when y'all gonna get a new car? When you gonna get a new car?
I'm not.
It's like, for what? Like you can. I feel like the whole meaning behind it, depending on where you at financial. Like if you balling, it ain't no big deal. But for like the regular working people, a lot of times people get a new car, so everybody can be like, "Oh, you got a new car." All right, but people may not realize this person with this new car paying $500 a month.
$800,
$800 a month. Like
ridiculous. I've seen
yeah,
people with some ridiculous car payments, and like, yeah, they have that new car, but the thing with cars, as soon as you drive it off the lot, if you buy it new, like
yeah,
as soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates like
yeah.
over
Thousands,
30%. Yes,
thousands gone.
it's ridiculous how much it depreciates, and then
Yeah,
you finally pay off your car. And that's usually the lifetime when it starts having issues. You know what I mean?
yeah. Not to
Especially
mention,
depending what kind you get.
you don't like the car as much by the time you done paid for it,
Yeah.
and it ain't worth nowhere near how much money you paid for it. Like so now, what's the point of having it?
Yes.
Or you could have bought a regular car with no crazy payment, and you doing the same thing. Your Toyota doing the same thing as this BMW this person got. You hit the gas to go, you hit the brakes to stop.
Yes.
Just how you want to look when you're doing it at all.
Literally.
Come down to it.
It all depends on what people prioritize. But me personally, like my mom and my dad have been telling me that I need to get a new car forever. But I'm going to tell you what kind of car I drive. I drive a 2013 Kia Optima, and I got it before nursing school. So like my first year of nursing school. That thing has almost gotten totaled one time, but it was fine. I got it fixed. And it actually, remember, it died on me a couple years ago. Like everything shut off. Kia had a recall for their engines. I ended up getting a free new engine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not getting rid of my car until the wheels fall off. And I'm
Right.
so serious about that.
Yeah.
I don't pay for it anymore. You know what I mean? I paid it off a couple years ago, so I don't have a car payment.
Right.
It would be dumb for me to get a new car at this point.
Yeah, and I got my Buick Lucerne. I had two of them. I sold one, and with this one, I'm like, I pretty much know how to fix everything on it because I did this before on my old one. And the thing about these cars, you keep the maintenance up, they gonna ride. And I get compliments like, bro, you keep that thing together. Yeah, like it don't take much. Like you take care of your car, it's gonna take care of you.
And it's crazy because some people are like, oh, I'm going to get a new car and then I'll start taking care of it because I don't like this piece of crap car.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not going to like you back. It's going to break down.
Yeah, you ain't getting no oil change on it. Like, so yeah, that's some of the basic things. Like when it comes to saving, is like realizing ain't nobody paying your bills, but the people inside the household. Everybody else, they can say whatever they want about where you live, what you job, but they not helping take care of nothing you got.
And they don't see your bank account, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so who cares? So once you can get past that, it's easier to save because you know what's important to you. You're not wasting money. And this will get us into the liabilities versus assets parts.
Okay, yeah, cool. So my number one tip to anybody before we get into liabilities and assets is to not try to keep up with the Joneses. Like that's the number one thing that, people go wrong with. If they're trying to keep up with everybody else, like you're never going to be able to save money because as soon as you get a raise, you're going to go and buy something else. You're going to be in the same spot that you were before. So the first thing that you have to do is set a budget and learn what your budget is. You're not going to know how much money you have to keep and to save or invest if you don't even know how much money you're spending.
Right.
So just like in the book, there's the income versus expenses and then the liabilities versus assets.
Right.
So let's get into that a little bit, like income versus expenses. We all know what that is.
Yeah, so your income, typically with the average person, that's your job. How much money you making. Your expenses are not just the stuff that costs you money. It's the important stuff, your bills, your mortgage or rent, your electricity, things like that, groceries, the stuff
Your four walls.
Yeah, the stuff you need to have. That's your expenses. So a lot of the times people just see this and that. But what is hidden in it until you actually learn about it, you got your liabilities and assets.
Exactly.
Your
liabilities.
assets.
Tell them what the liabilities are.
Liabilities. So think of it like this. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out.
Yep.
So assets could be like if you got your job and on top of that you got a side hustle or something that's throwing more money in the pot. So you got this pot, you got the income coming in this pot, and then you got the assets, the money's coming in that pot too. It could be real estate, stocks, whatever, or whatever extra income you got. That's like an asset to you. Your liabilities is taking stuff out the pot. So you going to the bar every weekend, money coming out the pot. You buy a brand new car every couple years, that's taking every month. We'll just average 500. Sometimes it's more. 500 every month. You ain't being taken out the pot. And that throws off you being able to balance out your money and have a budget.
Even things like student loans, car payments, like clothing, you know what I mean? All of those things are all like liabilities. You know what I mean?
New iPhones.
Yes, new iPhones. Like there's a whole list of things.
Yeah.
Even house payments can even be liabilities. Like our house is considered to be a liability until we pay it off and until we get renters in here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So once that happens, then it turns into an asset because now it's
Yeah.
something that is putting money into your pot. But right now it's a liability because it's taking a huge chunk of money out of your monthly income.
Right.
And another thing for income would be if you have a side hustle. So like me and him both have a second stream of income. Well, we kind of have like 3 streams of income, but we don't count our like portfolio investment and stuff because we like ignore that thing. It goes up and down, and we don't count it completely. You know what I mean? And then like our retirement plan, like that just sits there and grows. We don't even think about it.
Right. And when it comes, before we keep going, your stocks and all that, there'll be a separate video. But your stocks, it sounds scary because it's like, I don't want to lose money. It's just like people that go to the casino or do scratch offs. You're not going to buy $1,000 worth of scratch offs unless you just blow thousands of dollars like that. You might take $5 if that's what you're feeling like spending and scratch off $5. Same with stocks. Put in what you're willing to maybe lose because you either win or lose with it. So that's why we consider that an asset.
Yeah. You literally, whatever it is that so once you finish your budget and you see that you have whatever much money left, or even if you have no money left, if you have no money left, or if you're in the negatives after all of your expenses and bills come out, now you have a problem. Now it means that you need to get a second stream of income. Like somehow you have to get a second stream of income because if you're in the negative, or you have to get rid of some of your expenses.
Yeah.
One or the other.
And you know what most people think in that situation?
My credit card.
A credit card, or I need a better job. And like you said earlier, what happens when you get that raise? You're going to get a better car, bigger house. You got a 1-bedroom apartment, you about to get a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, you in the same boat because you went from making, say you was making $1,500 a month, had $1,400 in bills. Now you make it $2,000 a month. You're going to raise your bills up to $1,900. Once you realize you got extra stream of income, stay in the same boat because now you got more money to play with, more money to invest.
Yep. That's what I was saying at the beginning. Like I don't change my how much I'm spending very much. You know what I mean? I have raised it a little bit lately, but it's
still
because
balanced.
I'm redecorating a house.
But it's for a cause.
Yes, and I still take money to make sure that I'm saving it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You always want to make sure that you are able to somehow save some money. So like if you get a side hustle that'll help you break even, that's amazing. You know what I mean? Now you're breaking even.
Yeah.
Now get those wheels moving to see what else you can do to start saving it. So you don't have to, just have to work like crazy. People don't want to work 70, 80 hours, and people have to do that. You know what I mean? It's a shame, but like there's a lot of people that have to do that. And the United States is like they say it's the land of opportunity and the land of the American dream and all of that stuff, but it's very expensive.
In our way of being taught, we taught that it's normal to just struggle.
Yes.
But you don't have to if you don't want to. It sounds harsh, but that's the truth.
Like Americans and stuff, we struggle in like different ways than like third world country. Like sometimes they can't, in really small areas, if they can't like get enough to like feed themselves or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some people struggle like that, where it's like really, really poor and sad. But then you go to other places where it's not struggle like that. You know what I mean? Not like how they make it out to be. They just are happy with so much less than people here are.
This could look at man. I wish I had a nuke, or I wish I had a car, but you were able to get on the bus. Some people, they gotta walk miles and miles to get some water.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff we complain about ain't that deep.
No.
But the like you were saying, credit cards. This is a good one.
Yeah, credit cards is a good thing to talk about because you want to start?
All right, I'll start. So I didn't know much about credit some years back. I had no credit history. And I'm like, all right, I need to give me some credit. So now I got good credit. It just took me 2 years.
Great credit now.
Yeah, great credit. So my advice is, all right, say you got $100 in your account. This is how a lot of people's minds go. You get a credit card with $2,000. Your mind goes, I got $2,000. No, you got $100. You got $2,000 on this card that's not yours. It's like borrowing money from somebody. So in your mind, you go out shopping, you max the card out. How are you gonna pay off $2,000 with your $100?
And it's not even just the $2,000 because if you let it get past the month, people don't even know about APRs and stuff, but there's interest on the money that you are borrowing on the credit card, okay?
Yeah.
So even if you get a credit card through a bank, it's usually a way lower interest rate. But say you get like an interest rate from like Capital One or American Express, it could be like 19%, 20%.
24, it get up.
It gets up really high.
Yeah.
So that means if you maxed out that credit card, if you maxed out a $2,000 credit card, you are now going to be paying 20% interest on that. And I want to say it's every month or every year. I think it's every. Is it every month?
I think it's every month.
It keeps. I think it depends on the card.
Yeah.
But what is 20% of 2,000? I don't even know. 20% of
200 or something like that.
It's like 400.
400.
Yeah. So that would be probably yearly.
Probably so.
I don't know.
Of the story
but it's it's even more than the 2,000.
Yeah. So best advice. When it comes to your credit card, spend what you can pay off.
Yes. If you don't have it in your bank account, or you're not going to have it in the bank account by the end of the month, do not spend it.
No, because now you in the hole. Think about like somebody, the bully in the neighborhood or something that you borrowed some money from. Now he coming back like, all right, you got my $20? $20? You said it was 15. Oh, no, interest.
Yeah. Interest.
Now what you going to do? Like now you was already in debt and chose to borrow some money you didn't have. Now you owe even more money.
Just deeper in the hole. It just deeper and deeper. And then that can get really bad. Like people can have seven cards, that they've maxed out. Yeah. Like it gets hard. But it doesn't, like it's not over at that point. You know what I mean? Just take your time, and that's where the budgeting comes in. Like make your budget and see how to pay that off. Dave Ramsey is a good person to watch whenever you're trying to pay off your debts because he gets you moving. You know what I mean?
Right. He aggressive with it. Like talk to you like there's something wrong with you. Like come on now. And you like all right, my bad. That's another thing. Like YouTube got most of the tips we got from YouTube. A lot of people like how you learn, man. I don't know about stocks. I don't know about how to save. I got on YouTube.
About it either.
I got on YouTube how to save money, how to build credit. How to buy a home, like literally.
How to invest.
Yeah,
like we learned so much from you.
Yeah, it just. Do you want it or not? If you really want it, you gonna go out and learn. You ain't got to go to school to learn this stuff. It's free.
Yeah.
It's in your pocket all day.
We are very much YouTube University students. Okay.
That's all you need for real.
But yeah, no, it'll help you, and we are like prime examples of being able to look up what you need. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like back in the day where you have to go to the library and like look up a book for everything. You can literally have everything in the palm of your hands nowadays.
Right.
So
we're on our phone all day, so
why not look up something that's going to help you improve instead of just like blindly wandering and scrolling through social media accounts? Like why not just, find something that's going to help you become better?
That's all you need. Mm-hmm. So yeah, credit cards, that's very important. And once you do use your credit card, like we say, use what you can spend. Mm-hmm. Think about that. And this is an unpopular opinion right here. Pay them people.
Pay them.
You do not, like any money you owe people, loans, credit cards, pay that off so you done. Because if you look at it from this aspect, all your income coming in, if you owe somebody money, you're not keeping all that money. You splitting it with somebody. Yeah. The sooner you get rid of it and start paying stuff off, now you got more money to work with. And that's what a lot of people in debt. Mm-hmm. Once you pay off, even if it's little by little, that little bit count.
It counts a lot. Say you have $250 worth of minimal payment credit, credit minimal payments a month.
Right.
That's $250 more once you pay that off. That can be in your pocket.
Right.
Say you pay off your car, and however much your car is $200, $300, $400, $500, however much it is, imagine having that much more in your bank account. You know what I mean? Every month. It all adds up.
Yeah, you find $20 on the ground, you be geeked. Don't try to act like that little 20 ain't nothing. And
I don't care if it's a penny. Who's that? One of the investors was like, there's a quote about him. He picked up a penny and he's like, oh, this is my next million or something.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like every penny, every dollar, it all counts.
Yeah, if you're a millionaire and you spend $1, you're not a millionaire no more.
Oh,
That $1 made that difference between a millionaire and six figures.
Not even a million. 1 penny.
Right, 1 penny. You ain't a
One
millionaire no
penny.
more. It all counts. And
Yes.
so it come down. Budgeting is important, and it take a lot of discipline. Like I worked with a dude, and he complained, like I had to pick up a second job delivering pizzas because I looked at my account when I was at the bar the other day, and it was in the negatives. Now this person goes out drinking all throughout the week, so instead of budgeting, he picked up a second job to cost him more time.
So he could keep up with his lifestyle. 'Cause
Yeah,
he wants to be at the bar all the time.
Yeah, like it take a lot of discipline to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna be this week, man. I'm just gonna make some sandwiches at the house. I ain't about to be ordering food on my lunch break. Like little stuff like that count. It all add up. You know when you look at your bank account, like, dang, where all my money going? You start scrolling, and you look like, man, I didn't spend it on this, that $2,
Mine's always
$5,
food,
Yeah,
Uber Eats. I'm like, ooh.
yeah, like little stuff like that. It take a lot of discipline. And then if you can have that discipline now while you're working on your finances, once you get to where you rich, it's easier. You're not about to be blowing through a lot of money. Like once I got 2 streams of income, I spend a lot less money than I did when I had 1 income, because it's like I know what it's like to be working hard. Yeah, like I remember working hard and not paying no attention. Like, oh, I got more money every Friday coming in. Now it's every morning, first thing I do. Boop. All right, let me see what's in here.
Yes.
All right, put this aside, and I give myself a small budget every week, and I pretend like I don't have the rest because that's you put that up for later.
Yep. And I had gotten a new job, and it would have been really easy for me to stop looking at my bank account because I was making a lot more money at this job. You know what I mean? But I still act like I am making the same $15 that I was making as a nurse's aide. I'm looking at my bank account all the time. I'm trying to make sure all the expenses are, I know where it went. All of them are accounted for. Like I need to know, you know what I mean? Because you need to know where your money is going. You end up being having subscriptions on your phone that you didn't even know that you had, and they keep on taking money out every month, and you didn't even know.
You don't even watch Hulu.
$10 every month, boom, $120 in a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come to that, shopping, little things like that. So always pay attention. So think about the habits you have now are going to be the habits you have when you're wealthy. You're going to be the same person. And that's how a lot of rich people get ganked, because they got so much money, they're not paying attention. And people watching, accountants and assistants, they looking, oh, he ain't going to miss this little 2,000.
Because they don't know, they know that you're not looking.
Yeah, so next thing you know, you ran out of money. So set that habit. Pay attention to your finances if that's what you want.
Yeah, definitely. And he's right. Whenever you do get more money, your habits just become more extreme. So if you are used to going to the bar throughout the week, now you're just going to go to more expensive bars. Now you're just going to go to like really nice ones. You know what I mean? They just get bigger. So you have to nip certain things in the butt.
Right. Early. So this will be our first one on finances. We got even more. We'll go through the details of how we bought a house, how we were able to move.
Yeah.
Like how we able to get another stream of income. That's something very important. We'll definitely do a video.
Multiple streams of income is the key.
Because what's the best part? Once you get the second one after that.
Just keep pulling in more. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, stay tuned. We got more on the way.